What makes you different than anyone else in this whole world are the parts of you and the quantities of those parts. But what do I mean? Well, there are plenty of people in the world who love cooking, right? Plenty of people in the world, they have a part of them that love cooking. But some people, that part is so strong within them that they make cooking a career. Whereas other people, that part is only the size to allow cooking to be a hobby. And then there are some people who have parts of them that like cooking not a lot, right? So that part of them is very small versus the chef, where that part of them is very big. But this can be taken deeper than just realizing that your hobbies are almost like little entities within you. They are parts that make you up as a whole, right? These parts within you could also be your traumas, your identities, your qualities or characteristics, your memories. There are a lot of parts of every single person. For example, there may be a part of you that identifies as a confident person, or there may be a part of you that feels worthless. Relationships also have their own parts within you. There's a part of you that has a relationship with your mother and your brother and your best friend. But there's also a part of you that has a relationship with money or food or exercising. So many parts of us make us up as a whole. But then why is it when we feel defeated or as if we have failed, we feel as if our whole self has failed, as if our whole self is hopeless or defeated? Why do we not then just identify the part that contributed to that failure and address that part? If you wait until the last minute to do a project and then end up not doing so well on that project, and then the result of that project is like a failing grade or a disappointed boss, why not just address the part of you that procrastinated? Why beat your whole self up? Or perhaps you didn't procrastinate, and you did what you thought was an excellent job on this project, but you got a C or a B rather than an A, or your boss wasn't as impressed as you had hoped, but then you still feel like you failed or as if you've been defeated. In this case, why not then just address the part of you that is a perfectionist? What I'm trying to get across here is when you're feeling down or lesser than, or you've realized a habit of yours has gotten out of control, rather than beating your whole self up, why not just identify the part of you that had contributed to that feeling or that situation? So if you're on board with this concept so far, addressing just the part of you that has contributed to that negative feeling or that situation that is undesirable, how do you then address this part of you once you identify it? Well, you speak to it as you would a child or your best friend that is coming to you for advice. In other words, you speak to it positively and kindly, with compassion and understanding, as if this part of you was a completely separate self. You address this separate self as you would a child or your best friend. But this can go in a different direction too, not just looking at negative attributes or qualities, but positive ones. Perhaps you're someone who loves to be there for their friends, or you're someone who loves to exercise. These are great qualities to have. But when they become a little too big, let's say, they are in too big of a quantity within you, that being there for your friends part of you might turn into people pleasing, and you might ignore your own needs. Or the part of you that loves exercising grows so strong within you, it becomes so big that you ignore when your body's asking you for a rest day, right? And you just push through. And you tell yourself things like, no pain, no gain, right? Speak to both the negative and the positive parts of you in the same way, with kindness, compassion, positivity, and acceptance. You may say to the part of yourself that people pleases, that puts others above yourself or before yourself, that number one, You have to allow people to learn their lessons on their own, or else they're always going to seek other people to do things for them. You may also say to this part that unless your cup is full, right, unless you are full of life and energy yourself, you can't even really fully and effectively show up for the others that you wish to please so often. And that simply, you need to tend to and care for yourself in the same way that you do other people. And you may say to the part of yourself that procrastinates that you like to feel calm, not frantic. And when you are forced to rush and do things last minute, you do not feel calm and frantic. So why not live a life that feels good and calm and not frantic? You may also say to this part of you that you want to be able to give things your best attention and focus and put your best effort forth. And you can't do that if you are crunched for time doing things the last minute. And you may also say to this part, the sooner you get it done, the sooner you don't have to think about it anymore. And so if you are not where you want to be in life, whether it be career-wise or relationship-wise or just personal development-wise, right? Identify and speak to these certain parts that have contributed to where you are right now. And then identify the parts within you that will help you get to where you want to go. And speak to those as well. Perhaps you want to scale back the part of you that doubts yourself and make stronger the part of you that is confident. To the part that is confident within you, perhaps you say something along the lines of, I know you are present in situations that I'm familiar with, around people that I'm familiar with, while doing things that I know I can do, but I'd like to also have you present in situations that are unfamiliar, in situations that are new, when I'm around people I don't necessarily know that well. Imagine saying that versus, oh, why can't you just be here all the time? Why can't I just be confident all the time? I'm never going to be able to do anything new. I'm never going to have confidence. You see those two different ways of speaking to that part? Which one do you think is going to benefit you the most? With love and compassion, you can change much more than you can with rudeness and frustration. This parts work can help you heal, it can help you grow, it could help you with your self-talk, how you praise the parts of you that are already good. I encourage you to tend to your parts, to heal the parts of you that need healing, the parts of you that perhaps feel shame and embarrassment, and then to praise the parts of you that are great. And when you do want to make a change in yourself or your life, to identify the parts of you that could help you do that and grow them. Speak to them kindly and with compassion, and identify the parts of you that are holding you back from that goal, and also speak to them with kindness and compassion. Let me know how you're going to use this parts work down in the comments below, or what you took away from this video. I would love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm eternally grateful for you.